Okay, I'm David Thomas, one of the archivists here at Cornwall Records Office at County Hall at Truro. I'm going to take you into the great Record Office Strongroom Vault, the Holy of Holies as I like to call it, and we'll see what lies within in our great strongroom. Record Office was set up in 1951 in rented accommodation down in Truro, but in 1964 it moved into this, as was then purpose-built building, and gradually since '64 it's grown into 7 strong rooms with nearly 4 miles of shelves of records. So basically the entire memory of the county of Cornwall since about the 12th century, in fact 1140, is housed within these walls. This is the main map room of the County Record Office. There's 2 other areas in the strong room that have maps and plans, but this is the main strong room area with these maps and plans. And it's really the documentary legacy of the Cornish tin and copper mining industries in the 18th and 19th centuries. Lots of holes in the ground, and these are the documents and the plan that actually record those facts. And they get used for a number of purposes, for there's many uses for old records. Now we're going to go across to another strong room which has got some of the really oldest documents in the Record Office strong room. This box of records contains material from the archives of the Tremaine family of Helligan House. We've all heard of the lost gardens of Helligan, but these are property deeds and documents that date from the 12th century onwards, and in fact some of the material in this box dates right back to about 1200 to 1220. And this large document here at the top has got writing which is not dissimilar to the writing you'll find in the Domesday Book. And it relates to property in Lostwithiel, and it's probably dated from about 1200 to 1220. So this is some of the oldest material we have in the Cornwall Record Office. All of the material on this side of the bay are the standard size parish registers, some of which date back to the late 1530s. You notice the books are all more or less the same height because the documents are stored by size, but they include all the records of the Church of England baptisms, marriages and burials from the mid-16th century, some of them up until the late 20th century. And right here in front of me we happen to have some of the registers for the West Cornwall mining parish of St Justin Penwith, which date from the 19th century, and in fact a little bit earlier from the 18th century. And here at the top of the left hand page is the actual baptism of Richard Edward Boynes in 1857, who was the author of the novel Tin. It records his birth date on June the 19th, 1857, and the date of his baptism on the 11th of August 1857. And then if we look for the marriage of Richard, that's Richard Senior, we do have the register of St Justin Penwith Church, where on the 13th of September 1854, Richard Boynes, of full age, a bachelor and a grocer of Churchtown, son of Richard the grocer, marries his wife Margaretta Chenolles, who is underage. She's a minor, of Churchtown, and her father is William Chenolles, a yeoman farmer. And what's specifically interesting about this entry is that the normal number of witnesses needed for a wedding was 2, and the family obviously had some degree of social standing because no less than 5 witnesses are recorded in this particular marriage entry. And also, rather interestingly, Richard does not give his age on marriage. He's recorded as of full age, so he's obviously over 21 years of age. Everyone else on the same pages, their precise ages are recorded. I've also picked out a couple of photographs of the legendary St Just mine Batallet, which of course goes right down under the sea. This is the crown section of Batallet mine, photographed in the early 1860s. And it was this mine that Richard's father, the father of the author of the Tin, kept going through sheer perseverance. And he was so regarded for the fact that they presented him this great silver epergne as a dining table centerpiece in the 1880s from this mine. It was done at a time when Cornish mining was already 10 years into severe depression. And of course later Richard's father disappeared, went to America, and became a Methodist minister, and of course is the fictional character named Charles East in the novel Tin.